Album of the Week, episode 55. Hey guys, this week we're taking a look at Let the Trumpet Sound. This features Kenneth Robinson on trumpet and Dave Wagner, or Wagner maybe, on organ, and it includes some special guests. This is a really cool album from 2008. Where to start? I think I'll start so the tracks on here, I would read them all off, but there's quite a few. There's 23, it looks like. So there's a lot on here. I'm not going to read through all of them. You can do your own research on this after you purchase it. I do highly recommend you purchase this. This is one of my favorite albums that I've done in a while. So other than Ken Robinson and David Wagner, we've got Arturo Sandoval on this, trumpet and organ, which is kind of strange to see him on here. Bud Herseth is on here, Charles Schluter, Patrick Hessian, I think that's right, Walter White, Randall Hawes, John Rutherford, Michael McGowan, Brian Moon, John Davidson, Louis Resto, and the organ is also listed on here. So there's a lot of great guys. The two probably most notable are Arturo Sandoval as well as Bud Herseth. Charlie Schluter as well, really. But just a little bit about Ken Robinson. So he grew up in Detroit and began playing trumpet at age 12. Ken earned a bachelor's degree in music education from Wayne State University and is active as a performer and studio musician. Ken has recorded, performed, and or toured with Maynard Ferguson, Frankie Ruiz, Lalo blah blah blah, Arturo Sandoval, Toledo Symphony, Ann Arbor Symphony, Warren Symphony, International Symphony, blah blah blah. This is Ken's second full-length CD. So this guy is clearly an amazing jazz player, lead player. He's one of those guys who can play it all, because this is a classical trumpet and organ album for the most part. A little bit about Dr. David Wagner. He's professor of music and university organist at Madonna University in Livonia, Michigan, other blah blah blahs, and he has his compact disc recording Bright and Clear was named Best Classical Recording of a Solo Artist in 1998 Motor City Music Awards. So those are the two main guys. That's the trumpet player and the organist. There, as I said, there are special guests. 1 second though, my battery's about to die, so I need to switch that quick. All right, we're back. I just wanted to also mention here the beautiful artwork on this album. It's in the CD inside. It's got like not holes in it, but like it's an all black CD, but then there's splotches of stained glass in here. And when you take the CD out, there's an organ in the back. Like that's quite an attention to detail. It's a really cool album artwork too. I don't always mention that in these reviews, so I wanted to make sure I mentioned that this time. As I put this in, there was something else I wanted to read in here, a little bit more about the recording of this. So I completed, and this is Ken Robinson speaking, I completed my second tour with Maynard Ferguson in the spring of '06 and began working on this recording. After Maynard passed away in August of '06, I decided to include a tribute to him in the classical style on this CD. Recording the CD was a demographic challenge because of the distance everyone lives from each other. I drove to Bud Herseth's home in Chicago and spent the day with him and recorded his tracks there. I picked up Walter White at the airport while he was on a 6-hour layover on his way to Japan, and he used my horn. Arturo Sandoval came into town to perform with the Detroit Symphony and recorded his tracks the day before his performance. Charlie Schluter did everything by email. My sound engineer took the tracks and played them in the church to give the natural reverb of the church, not artificial, and it worked great. What the heck? That's so cool and really crazy that it sounds as good as it does. So they played the tracks to get the reverb and re-recorded it, I guess? Oh man, that's so freaking cool. And track of the week, by the way, I will name that one track on here. That's going to be the last track. It's the tribute to Maynard Ferguson. It's hilarious, especially listen to the end. I please listen to the end. This is available on Spotify. I think it's like $4 on Amazon though, so please buy it. It's great. It helps support Ken Robinson, I'm sure, and Dave Wagner. It's a really funny ending to the album that isn't necessarily fitting of this classical style album. I love this CD. This is another one of those CDs that I will definitely listen to a lot. It's so good. The sound quality is amazing. The organ is great. If any of you are interested, let me just read that excerpt on the organ quick. So with the organ, the Austin organ, built in Hartford, Connecticut, is designed to support congregational singing. Its crisper sound and location in the main body of the cathedral are indicative of the different roles it plays in our worship today. The Austin organ has 1,745 pipes and is composed of 32 stops, capable of producing an almost limitless number of tonal variations. The largest pipe measures about 23 feet long, and the smallest is about the size of an ordinary lead pencil. Cathedral of Most Blessed Sacrament, Woodward, Detroit, Archdiocese of Detroit. So that's freaking cool. It sounds amazing. Trumpet and organ, I mentioned this last week too. It's probably my favorite duo, is trumpet and organ. The power you can get behind it is like nothing else. I also love it too. I grew up and I'm still a church musician, so I play a lot of trumpet and organ stuff. A few of these tracks on here I've actually played relatively recently, within the past year, and it's just so cool to listen to it by a professional and to have it all beautifully recorded. I can't say enough about how much I love this album. Please do check it out. Like I said, it's on Spotify, so no excuses. Unless you don't have Spotify, I guess. But for the price of a month of Spotify, you can buy the CD. So pick one or the other. It's great. Please check it out. Like I said, this is one of those albums that I will listen to over and over again. This is fantastic. Loved it. For next week, we'll be taking a look at, we're going back to jazz. This week we're doing Matt Wilson's Big Happy Family, Beginning of a Memory. So Matt Wilson is a phenomenal jazz drummer, arguably the best alive today, I would say. If not the best, he's definitely one of the best contemporary jazz drummers. He came to Stevens Point when I was a freshman there, so that's like 4 years ago. I didn't get the chance to play with him. That was the one semester I was in the lower band before I moved up to the upper band, and he didn't play with the lower band. So I got to see him perform, and he's phenomenal. He's a really funny guy. I'm really looking forward to checking this album of his out. Or did I get it? I think I might have gotten it. I did get it autographed right there on the CD, so that's cool. But anyways, that'll be a fun album to listen to for next week. I will link where you can purchase this below. So thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. Give me a big old thumbs up if you like the video. Hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you never miss another video with me. Comment below any ways I can make this series better, as well as any album suggestions. I'm also always looking for new music to listen to. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next week.